sets me free.
This is JJ here at Once. What you're about to see is some very special content created just for you by the Once family. Art and community are our priorities here at Once. We'd rather be with you in person, but what we can do right now is create virtual experiences for us to all enjoy together. No, it's not the same as being at a live show, but that doesn't mean that it's not a way to enjoy each other's company and entertainment. So, without further ado, a few house notes. The bathrooms are in the back, on the left. No flash photography, please. And as always, no crowd surfing. Enjoy the show.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thanks to our friends here for making this possible. In a perfect world, we'd be on a stage at a venue near you. This ain't a perfect world, but we're happy to bring the stage to you. So thank you for making this possible. This next one's called Modern History. And loggers on a glowing screen. Headlines always painting out our tragedies. Silence, golden, leaving us to bleed. Filling up our lungs with the uncertainty. The channels are turning every day. Race towards sirens, blaring from the murder scene. Ratings only so with all the suffering. Thoughts and prayers for those we lost last week. Filling up our lungs with the uncertainty. The channels are changing every day as indifference rules the soul. And a new speed is speeding appetite as we're poisoning our well. What is look away that the story left to tell? But we cannot stand to look away when there's fake news left to sell.
How many sex offenders live in your neighborhood?
Carousel in your neighborhood.
If you think you're immune, you better think again.
But behind this sandal is a serious danger.
Out in California, it's insisting that every second grader learns about gates. And what about the water that comes out of your faucet? Did you know that there could be something there that could harm or even kill your kids? Gosh, you better wake up soon, or we're gonna wake up dead.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, I'm going to assume we're live, so I'm going to go with it. Thank you very much to Time Wolf for opening the show. This is what would be Rock and Roll Rumble Finals, Summer Rumble Finals, our second try at having 0 rumbles. I want to thank everybody involved, Once Somerville, the great team here that is keeping music alive in the only way we can do it safely right now, and that is in an online forum like this. Obviously, people have been doing some things outside, distancing, that is all well and good. But this is one way where we can try to keep actively making content. And Time Wolf is one of those bands who's been doing that and hasn't really missed a beat. I've been watching everything that Time Wolf has been doing since it started. And I gotta say, I don't know how difficult it is to sing with a mask on. It just makes me think, like, how does Slipknot do it? Those rubber things? That's got to be incredibly difficult. Well, thank you to everybody who is tuning in thus far. We have a great night in store. Time Wolf opened the program, who were to be part of Summer Rumble 2020, so they will forever be Rumble Class of 2020, that's for sure. Luxury Deathtrap to come, another rock and roll band, was scheduled to be part of Rock and Roll Rumble 2020, who will forever be down in history as a Rock and Roll Rumble 2020 band. I don't know what's going to happen for 2021. We'll see how it goes. Still to come, John Powhida from John Powhida International Airport, who is a 2011 Rock and Roll Rumble champion, has something very special in store in a world premiere video we're going to see. And When Particles Collide, a fantastic rock and roll duo that comes to us out of Maine, but has been very much a part of the Boston and Massachusetts and New England regional rock and roll community. So we welcome you all to the show. Thanks very much for being here. If you are watching via YouTube or on Facebook or whatever, you can most definitely tip the bands, you can tip the venue, or share it, pass it on. Happy what would be Rock and Roll Rumble Finals. Next up, Luxury Deathtrap.
Petty trespasser, benign transgression, radio, mayday, radio, benign transgression. Side. take this right down with you, she said. I felt my heart beating so fast. There's a place that I can't show you, she said. It's comfortable, you know it won't last. I am holding this, holding on so tight. This grudge, this luxury, what I hold so dearly for you. Temptation washes over me, bleeding some life into frustration, drowning out everything I see. I'd enter, but I'd feel a strain, 'cause I am holding this, holding on so tight. This grudge, this luxury, what I hold so dearly for you. I won't change it if I couldn't lie here. I won't change it if I couldn't lie here. I won't change it if I couldn't lie here. I'd miss the best part of it all. 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 I'd miss the best part, the luxury, holding me comfortably down. The luxury, holding me comfortably down. keep your head down and breathe and let them in. You see, they always knew what that so breathe and let them in. Don't you see you're just running away? Don't you see you're just running away? Don't you see you're just running away? Retreat, you dance round right in circles, and oh, some things never change. 'Cause you can run, but you know you cannot hide. Avoid it, it will not leave your sight. Suppression, the only choice that you make. So I say, don't you see you're just running away? Don't you see you're just running away? Don't you see you're just running away? Retreat, don't you see you're just running away? There's a price to be paid. Don't you see you're just running away? Retreat, take a moment to breathe. 'Cause this place was not what I imagined it to be, so we ran far away to get back to the place where we once got carried away. 'Cause what will be next? Oh, empathy. What I'm searching for is not in HD. Where the hell did we go wrong this time? The ice is slowly getting thin. I see perfection as a sin. In your world that's obscene, sad and torn. What will be next? I'm scared to find. Let it all go down. Let it all go down. What will be next? I'm scared to find. Let it all go down. Shake the cold off, warm your bones. What if I found the time, kill this all aside, break the spell they cast on me? What if I found the time, kill this all aside, with all my breath, one thing left I have got to say. Are you brave enough to trust yourself, push them all away? 'Cause there's no way I can live here. Yeah, there's no way I can live with brave enough to trust yourself, push them all away. With all my breath, there's one thing left I have got to say. Are you brave enough to trust yourself, push them all away?
I'm Chris Porter from Porter Productions and Once Somerville. We ask that you please donate to the artists featured in this video. They are so kind to our venue, and Once is very grateful that they are sharing their talents with all of us today. The link to their tip jar is in the comments section of this video. We're also including a link to our own GoFundMe campaign, which we hope you'll also consider donating to as well. Performance helps bring our communities together, and that's really our main purpose at Once. We want everyone to be able to enjoy art, and we particularly want to enjoy all of that art together. So we're making that possible by any means we can. Thank you so much for being a part of this experience, both at home and when you're with us in the ballroom or in the lounge.
Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday here, Wednesday, August 26th. And thank you for asking me and having me along at this virtual Rumble. What fun. We got to make it happen. Rumble's been very good to me, and Anggelle's been very good to me. So I'm here with my family. My kids are, just say hi, kids.
Hi!
They're gonna do their best to be quiet for 15 minutes while I play some songs and tell some stories. So this is my bathroom, and here's my PayPal. My daughter rated this. Oh, it's not John Powhida at hotmail.com. It's J Powhida. Sorry. That's okay. she did a good job. J Powhida at hotmail.com. Should the spirit move you? I'll tell some stories about the Rumble, but first I'll play this new song called Back to Bed. I was under a house arrest on account of the bad virus. Never felt so lost inside my own place of residence. In which part of this mask is the top? Now I feel just like the king of pop. Let's get serious, brother, that's Jermaine. There ain't no vaccine to stop the human being. Now it seems that I can't reach my White House check. Bats gather on my deck. It's half of what they said. Dad is going back to bed. The bugs are vigilant. They're screaming Beethoven. They're starting to come and Dad is going back to bed. Man, I'm glad I quit them cigarettes. I only smoked about a zillion of them. Now it looks like I'm gonna save my breath. Say a prayer for old Jesse Grass. Grandma used to like Virginia Slims, lipstick filter chic and feminine. Bonnie Carlos like the Carltons. Can't get a hit off them hundreds, Jim. I'm under quarantine. Now they know how mean I can be. Well, I can't reach my White House check. Bats gather on my deck. It's half of what they said. Dad is going back to bed. The bugs are vigilant. They're singing Beethoven. They're starting to come and Dad is going back to bed. Nature didn't wanna go there. She gave us every chance, and now we're choking. It only seems fitting. Now the president, he's blaming all the states for his mistake. He eats a piece of chocolate cake. Dance, dance, dance. Mama, come on back. Dance, dance, dance. Daddy's going back. It's just like Charlie said, we got a plague to catch. The walls are closing and dance. Let's dance. Brenda Sabir.
That was great!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Oh, I guess I'm still playing live shows. Hey, this is the best avocado vinaigrette I've ever had.
Ooh. It's really coffee.
It's coffee, and I don't drink iced coffee, but no dada juice until the weekend. That's what I'm trying.
You're trying to do it at the weekend and we go to
Yeah, that's my son Robin. I know what you mean.
I'm Ray.
Hey Ray, time for me to tell a story.
Ooh.
This is my Alcatraz mug. You know, sometimes being a parent, you feel like you're in prison. So I like to use my Alcatraz mug.
We have this. Prison means game.
It's a good prison. Okay, no playing. Daddy's got to go back, tell a story. You guys listen. First Rumble I was ever involved with was either 2006 or 2007. Once upon a time, there was a thing called the Rumble. And I was excited to be in it. I knew the history of the Rumble, you know, all the way from the Neighborhoods, I think, winning the first one. They're one of my favorite bands and greatest heroes. Then I remember seeing Hall & Oates in 1983 until Tuesday opened, and I knew they won the Rumble. And back in those days, you get a record deal and all that sort of thing. So I was very excited. I thought that's, kind of a part of the move to Boston. That was I felt an accomplishment to even be asked. Okay, right. Thank you.
A train.
Train. Oh, watch it. Daddy's doing a show. Ray, can you make sure you're the director? Can you make sure it's okay? Is it okay?
Yeah.
All right, no touching anymore, Robin. So it was the Ruds that were asked to play a Rumble, and we had a pretty hot band at the time, and I thought we had a shot. But we did a show with a band called Campaign for Real Time in Worcester. I think it was at Ralph's like a month before the Rumble. And I remember seeing them and thinking, they're gonna win the Rumble. And they did, deservedly so, win the Rumble. So maybe I'll try a Ruds tune, and then I'll do some new stuff. But this is a song we probably played the finals of the Rumble. I saw the Dave Chappelle concert movie before playing, and it just, I shouldn't have gone to see a movie right before we played, but I needed something to do, and I remember not feeling any mojo for that show at all, because I just didn't get into the proper headspace. It was a funny movie. TT the Bears.
What?
That's where the Rumble, was at the Middle East. That one was at the Middle East. guys all right?
Yeah, I need to see, but I can't see. Wait, won't let me.
It's a child solo. What you doing something great has come. That's what you're doing something great has come. That's what you're doing something great has come.
Oh my God. What?
You gotta clap. You don't get any applause as a parent.
Actually, I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Go talk to Mama. Alright, I gotta play a couple more songs. So I thought that experience with the Ruds would be my only shot at the Rumble. And I was asked again in 2011 with my band John Powhida International Airport, which we're still together. So there's no Rumble curse. You know, we're making music all the time and doing gigs when we can. So that one we won. That was great, and I had a feeling we might win because the very last final, when they announced the judges, I was like, oh, I love those guys, and they're my friends. Now, and I'm not saying that it was rigged in any way. It's just the luck of the draw. But Brett Milano and Brett Milano and Lee Harrington were judges. I was like, well, you know. However, all the bands were fantastic, and there was that band that they were calling the Dark Horse that year. I can't remember the name, but Nice Kid Amin moved out to Los Angeles, and they were terrific. If they had won, I would have understood completely. Okay, so I'm gonna play a new song since I said there really is no curse. Speaking of Los Angeles, this is a song I wrote about my friend Fernando Perdomo, who plays lead guitar. There's a brand new video, and a Bandcamp single just came out yesterday, which was Wednesday. Today's not really Thursday, it's Saturday. Woo! This is called Fernando 3 Times. I took an Uber from the Gaddeville to UCLA. If not for Sandy, wouldn't be in Pasadena. Listen to the tunes play. I called Fernando 3 times, but I'm just wasting my time. I can't get arrested in California. Okay, well, we'll keep going. There is a steakhouse in the valley. They say Joni's been going. It's hard for her to rehabilitate with everyone clowning. You all just give me the blues. You only listen to Blue. William McCauley. I can't get arrested in California. No, I can't. Sunset on the strip, bowing down all the conduits. Oh, this is just depressing. I need quiet. I woke up to a magic here. The ones who are truly weird. Up out there only bluffing. Can you see me? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I should have moved when I was pretty and young, but I saw that. Oh, oh, oh man, this is great. Can you see me okay, Ray? You're the director. Is it a little low or everything all right?
I think a little bit low.
That's fine. Don't touch it, Robin. You got pepperoni on your fingers. So, since the Rumble...
No, it's salami.
Salami, thank you. I've had a couple kids since the Rumble, and I'm going to finish with the tune. I don't know which one to do. Kids, do you have any favorites? Like, what should I play? I really don't know what to play.
What's my favorite song? Cover Me, I'm Going for Milk.
Oh yeah? I could try that one. Yeah, I'll try that one. And sing it with me. How's that? Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't play this on guitar. It was written on the piano.
I'm only gonna do the Cover Me, Going for Milk part.
Okay, you sing any part you want. Once again, thank you for having me, not forgetting me.
It's John Powhida, and he's our dada.
Yes, and it's jpowhida@hotmail.com. That was a mistake, but no biggie. I got my job back at the museum, so that's good. So, Cover Me, I'm Going for Milk by request from Ray Ann Powhida.
Yep, I'm the girl.
Woke up this morning and I drank. Sorry, it's D. Or is it? Woke up this morning and I drank my mind. Flipped up the laptop, what's going on. That's it. They're killing kids in school. They broke the golden rule. Cover me, I'm going for me. I saw the president and he shed a tear. Not this one, he doesn't have a heart. And for a moment, it allayed my fear. Is what they're saying true? That we're killing children too. Cover me, I'm going for mayor. I wish it was a movie. I'd get my money back. Maybe sneak into the prequel. You know this part, right? Something a little less whack-a-bone, 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 way, yeah, yeah. That's verse. They launched a rocket to Afghanistan. We're gonna sock it to the Taliban man. Oh, but the rocket man tore up dad, mom, and the kids. Cover me, I'm going for. Brother, I don't want no trouble, but I'm on to the teeth and I'm all out of me. Kids, you want to come over and say hello?
Okay.
Just kind of move the chair a tiny bit. Yep, and squeeze through. And we'll say thank you, Anngelle Woods,
Thank you, Anngelle
so much. Come on over and say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, Robin.
Hi.
Say hi to the camera. All right, thank you. Rumble on, rumble on. I'll see you on the other side of this. Wear a mask like these guys do. And I do not social distance with that.
So cute. And lovable.
Okay, bye-bye. Once ballroom, thank you so much.
Thank you. Whoever you are, we love you.
Right.
I took an Uber from the Getty Village to UCLA. If not for Sandy, wouldn't be in Pasadena listening to the Tubes play. I called Fernando 3 times, but I'm just wasting my time. I could get arrested in California. There is a steakhouse in the valley, they say Joni's been going. It's time for her to rehabilitate with everyone clouded. You all just give me the blues. You only listen to blue. I could get arrested in California. Sunset on the strip, power down on the conduits. This is just depressing. I will cop to a magic here. I dig the ones who are truly weird. Up north they're only bluffing. Oh, I call Fernando again. I guess we're only just fake.
everybody. Welcome to Once Somerville Virtual and presented by Boston Emissions with Anngelle Woods and the Rock and Roll Rumble. We are your 2014 alumna When Particles Collide, and we're happy to be with you tonight.
My darling, I see you eyes looking out, never in for love. Perfected your waistline, got disdain for those who can't be so on. Such a waste of time, collected adoration, some hands but glances won't last. The boys are back in their rooms, running on. I will not waste my time. Come a little closer. Look in the mirror now. What do you want to do? That's what you ought to see. Come a little closer. Look in the mirror now. What do you want to do? That's what you ought to see. Get yourself right out of the way. Better get yourself right out of the way. Such a waste of time. My darling, I see you eyes looking out, never in for love. Perfected your waistline, got disdain for those who can't be so on. Such a waste of time. Better get yourself right out of the way. 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 Such a waste of time.
Hey, we brought a little audience with us. We brought a little audience. Hey, we're called When Particles Collide. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Live bands coming to you from the internet, including us, right here from Maine. Right here, up here in Maine. Thank you to the Rock and Roll Rumble for including New England bands. We are a long tradition of non-Massachusetts New England bands representing the Rumble. Okay, so this next song is called Fight. You ready, Chris?
Yeah.
Everybody knows about it. Everyone can see you got honey dripping from the trees that were planted. They were planted by me. Everyone seems so bad about it. When you look at what it's done, but it was on my time working hard. Brought you where you wanted to be. she taught me to fight. Oh, 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 she taught me to
Thank you. I'm going to pretend you guys are clapping, even though it's just me over here. But thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're clapping at home. Hey, listen. You can do things at home while no one's watching. You can clap for bands playing live online. No worries. No worries. It's a thing that you can do.
Your dog might come into the room just thinking that maybe you were clapping for them. To
But
come
that's
here.
a plus. Then the dog's in the room with you, and you guys can rock out together. It's a plus. It's a win-win.
Win-win.
Bow, wow, wow. Here's a song called Bell Jar.
We can live at the base of a mountain, on the mouth of the sea. We can let the breeze come and whisper, oh, how we never got to be. We can live at the base of a mountain, or the mouth of the sea. We can let the breeze come and whisper, all that we never got to be. No, I cannot stay here, choking on the last time I know. No, I cannot grow here, 'cause your armoring is toxic to me. No, I cannot stay here, choking on the last time I know. No, I cannot grow here, 'cause your armoring is toxic to me. We can sit beside the fire, stare at the stars. We can tip our heads back, drowning inside of this bell jar. We can sit beside the fire, stare out at the stars. We can tip our heads back, drowning inside of this bell jar. No, I cannot stay here, choking on the last time I know. No, I cannot grow here, 'cause your armoring is toxic.
thanks so much to Anngelle and to Once Somerville for inviting us to play. This will have been our 15 minutes of fame. We're called When Particles Collide. We're from Maine. Check it out. We have a great website that has music and merchandise and information to all our social media links. It's real easy. OneParticlesCollide.com. We also have right over there. There's our Venmo and PayPal if you feel like tipping us tonight. And thanks again. Thanks to everybody for making this happen. A lot goes into it, and we appreciate being part of it.
Friendship.
Friendship.
I think that was the word of the rumble in 2014.
It sure was. I believe that Lauren made some patches.
That's right.
Okay. This last song is called "Lay My Body Down for You." There it is. There's our little mini set. Hope you guys had a good night. Happy Saturday, and we'll see you next time. Please check us out at oneparticlescollide.com.
Friendship.
Right. Friendship. Peace.
Hey guys, it's me, Scary, and Banjo, with a very important PSA coming to you from the Pink Panic Room at Virtual Once. When you come see a show at Once, you're used to dropping a few bucks on a ticket price. We're not asking you to do that here at Virtual Once, so I'm asking you, from Scary to you, show these guys a little bit of appreciation. Give them a tip, buy them a virtual drink. Hell, buy them a virtual round of shots. All the information is in the comments. Can't wait to see you. Miss you guys so much. So does Banjo. See you soon.
Hi, everyone. We're back. Well, thank you. I have a dog. If you hear somebody panting, it's her. Say hi. Say hi. It's been pretty phenomenal to see what everybody's done. And I appreciate everybody who's made this happen. So we want to have a bit of a... I'm back. Hi, I'm back. Did you get Lily in that shot? Did you get Lily in there? She really will suck up all the attention wherever she can get it. Thanks to everybody who took part. We were going to do a little bit of an interview sesh if anybody's here. I see Dan from Time Wolf is here. Hi, I see you. I see you on my other screen. I think I'm getting a little bit of delay, guys. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, Anngelle.
How are things? How are things with you?
Good. Things are good. Things are weird and good.
I know. Few bands that I know have been impacted quite as much as When Particles Collide. For people who don't know, Sasha and Chris of When Particles Collide are a full-time touring rock and roll duo, and you quite, I want to say quite literally, but that's really bad English, right? You really do live in a van and you tour the United States of America. How are you doing?
Well, we now live in a van plus a tiny 150 square foot cabin.
You're a little house person now. Is that what they're called?
Now we're little house people. So we have spent the last 4 months, whatever it is, rehabbing this dilapidated cabin in the middle of Maine. And, we've had to shift gears. One of us, Chris, has a job again. So that's a bummer, but, we're just trying to stay positive, and we're doing lots of things like this. And we just got another little outbuilding on our property that we're going to turn to a studio. So music, the whole deal is like music will not stop, even if it just has to look different. So we're all right.
Do you play every day? I know that you do many like you have a Wednesday thing, you have a Saturday thing.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? And then in between you're working on, life stuff, or are you playing every day?
Mostly we're working on life stuff right now. I'm looking forward to when our studio is built so that I can wake up in the morning, go to the studio for like 3 hours, work on stuff, and then, do other things. So I'm looking forward to having more of maybe what a novelist or a writer would do, where they get up and they will write for like 3 or 4 hours. And then, so I'm looking forward to being able to treat it like a job, kind of like that, and then have regular practices as a band. But right now we're still working on creating that space because we lived in a van for 3 years. We didn't have a space to make music. So just working on the space.
Yeah. So it's really, you trained yourself to live in a little cabin in the woods, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're already there.
Yeah.
You have developed a way to, I don't know how I would do. I feel like, besides the fact that I have a small farm of dogs, I feel like I have acquired, and this happens to all of us, and you probably realized this before you downsized and went on the road. I have acquired too many things that I really do need to get rid of.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know?
We got rid of pretty much everything. We kept like 6 storage bins in Chris's parents' garage. And we kept a bed that my brother held onto for us. But really, we got rid of everything. So.
Let me ask you this, because I never did ask you guys this throughout the many conversations we've had. How do your respective families feel about your choice?
You know, it's interesting. I thought that both my parents would think I was nutty, and they're both so proud.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So, and Chris's parents are unbelievably supportive. Unbelievable. Like, we really lucked out in the parent lottery. Yeah. So we feel really fortunate. They're proud. I think that a lot of people, it's really easy to feel like what we're doing is foolish. Like the whole, like, leaving the career, living on the road, and then also living in a tiny cabin, like, all of it seems foolish, but really there are things that people wish that they could do.
Yeah. Yeah. This is something that a lot of people wish. I mean, certainly who was to predict what's happening now would have happened, right? No, there's no way in hell. I mean, we didn't even know in April that August we'd still be doing this right now.
Yeah.
Right.
How have you how are some, I know you have a lot of friends across the country that you've met throughout your travels and playing live. How are they dealing? You're keeping in touch with people, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're keeping in touch with people. I think, the people we've met are people who love live music. And I think they miss it. I think they're missing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. And this, having done this Rumble stuff this weekend, I mean, I came to terms with the fact that we weren't doing this quite a while ago. I came to terms with the fact that live music as we know it is done for a while, safely, of course. I mean, there are things that we can do that are safe and distance and stuff like that. I got, a little nostalgic, of course, because we're really great at that. And then I just felt like this sort of, not sadness so much, but sort of this longing, like, these are all people that, no, I don't see these people in my everyday, but they're very much a part of my network,
Yep.
And it's sort of, we're all sort of mourning that quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
It's a huge loss. And I think it would be foolish for any of us to not allow ourselves to mourn, a little bit that loss. I mean, our lives are, it's completely different. I mean, I want to have a positive attitude about it, of course, but it's definitely a loss for all of us. Sure.
It absolutely is. I mean, more so for people like you who it's now. Dan from Time Wolf is with us too. I wanted to ask about, Time Wolf has been, you guys seem like, and forgive me for this term, but I'm going to say it anyway. You guys are real gearheads and real tech heads based on all of the stuff that I've seen you guys do. It's like you guys didn't really miss a beat at all. You guys dug right in with streaming and live stuff.
Yeah, and yet you're also ironically talking to the least tech savvy member of the band.
You made it look good though.
Yeah, right, exactly. I'm the face. That's what I do. But no, I mean I think we're pretty fortunate. A bunch of the guys in the band actually went to school for AV and sound. So yeah, the tools of 2020, right? It's kind of equipped us to handle. Now, granted, handle as best we can. I don't think there's any substitution for kind of real interaction. That's just not just not a thing. Actually, pardon, I have a question. Just to take it back a second, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind at all.
One thing I love and respect is the idea of music as an occupation, as a job, as a living, right? But as a musician myself, I've been a singer for more years than I can remember. I've always just been a recreationalist, right?
Yeah.
And I always wonder, what does it mean when there's kind of a livelihood there? Pardon, folks, can I ask you about like does that change your process at all? I mean, I honestly have minor anxiety attacks when I just have my own work to write and there's nothing on the line, right? So what does that do? And especially in the time of COVID, I can't imagine that doesn't get amplified times 20.
Yeah. Well, thanks for asking. First of all, nice to meet you, Dan. I think that, well, one thing as far as like the anxiety amplified, like one of us has a job. So, which happened like 3 weeks ago. So we knew that it was going to have to happen. And so right now, we make some money from Patreon and we make some money from streaming. And we make some money when we play live. We get some tips and stuff. But it's not enough to pay. Honestly, the biggest bill we have every month is our van, which is hilarious.
Right.
But when we were full time for 3 years before COVID hit. And I think that the things that changed were not, I never wanted them to be the songwriting and the making of the art. I really tried to protect that and make that its own thing. But the things that are very different is you have to think about marketing yourself, and you have to think about how you want to make money and why you want to make money that way and what you're willing to do to make money that way. So are you willing on a Wednesday to play 3 hours acoustic at a brewery where only 2 people are going to listen and walk away with like $300 and a meal? Like, are you willing to do that so that you can then play a 4-band bill on a Friday with bands from, Milwaukee and make $75 and, so so the question, especially when you're an independent band like us and you're not signed and you don't have management and stuff, I think that the questions that you ask yourself are more about like what you're willing to do performance wise to make the money. But then when it comes to songwriting, I feel like we've always been very like, we want to write songs that we love. End of story.
Totally. That's awesome. I love to hear that. I think, to me, one thing as much as, again, having been at it for a while, I've always been the, work by day, band by night, type.
Living your dreams and nights and weekends like the Onion writes.
Yeah. Whenever time allows. But the thing there is that, the creative process, right? When it's your own deadlines and it's your own, expectations that you have to hit, that can be stressful enough. When you put, kind of a livelihood or kind of a financial, incentive there too. That was always one of those things that I always thought my greatest dream was to be a musician, to do that, 100% of my time. And then I always thought, like, would that be like an evil genie wish? Like you get it and then you get there and you go like, oh God, it's not fair. There was time now, like that type of Twilight Zone-y thing. But if you found the balance, I mean, obviously you've been at it for a long time too. So you probably have a hell of a lot more experience with kind of managing, yourself and the small business that is being a musician.
Right.
But, I could totally see the stress of the PR, the marketing. If it doesn't hit your writing, awesome. I'm so proud and happy to hear that.
Yeah. It can't. But I think, on the reverse side to what you were saying, when I think it was very freeing actually for us to realize that we could make a living as musicians. And it made some of that like songwriting and the creative stuff that you're talking about actually less stressful because we already had the we're like, yeah, I mean, people pay us, they buy our stuff, they pay us to play. So it's sort of, in some ways, I feel like freed us up to not, so that anxiety actually, I think, lessened, if that makes sense.
That's awesome. I'm so jealous. That's fantastic. Kudos.
Well, there's room in the van.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have a Mazda 3. I don't know if my band's gonna fit in it, so I don't know if that's kind of our fate. But yeah, thankfully, like I said, I have more digitally savvy colleagues than I. But yeah, it takes all different strokes, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Where do you find inspiration? Because the world changes day to day to day. How do we do that? I mean, I try, and I also take inspiration from all of you guys.
It's a really good question. What do you got, Chris?
Nothing.
I mean, look, what we are living through, we are living in history.
Yeah.
And I am so inspired by what is happening around the struggle and the quest for racial justice. I just like, I kind of can't, I kind of can't even wrap my head. I can't wrap my head around the crap that keeps the tragedy that keeps happening. And I also can't wrap my head around just the unbelievable groundswell. And there is a shift. There's a seismic shift where white people, for the first time, really are saying, this is important. This matters. This matters. This is really important. And I'm finding inspiration in just kind of what's happening and realizing that we are in a moment of history unlike any other. So I don't know. I'm sort of, oh, and there's one Somerville with a link to BLM Boston to donate. So yeah. So it's kind of like, I think that's where I'm finding inspiration, is just looking around and seeing what's happening.
The young kids.
Oh my God. Even so, we live in rural Maine. There's a lot of Trump signs. And sometimes we'll go to a store and I'm like, oh God, I gotta go to the store. But there'll be a young person working and they've got a rainbow flag button and they've got dyed crazy hair. And they've, like, the kids are all right. They really are. And it's a good call. That's been really inspiring.
Well, it's time to, older people, we always think that we know everything because we have so much experience. We've garnered so much experience, and we want to remind all the young people that I've been doing this for a long time. But we need to shut up and listen sometimes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hear that.
I do. So, I talk too much. As you can tell here, Chris, you talk.
I don't have anything to say like you do.
Well, and both of you spent a fair amount of time with young people for a while when you were working in education. So you have an interesting take on how those views for younger people can change and morph.
Yeah. I have to say that the only thing I miss about teaching is just being around young people. I definitely don't miss grading, but I really, there's just, I mean, we can all kind of remember that youthful feeling of like, why can't the world be the way it's supposed to be? Yeah. Why can't things be righteous and just? There's no reason not to. So, being around that, like, why can't we change it?
Yeah. Do you feel similarly, Dan, when your band stylistically is different, but the process can't be really that different, do you think?
Well, okay. So the whole rock prog thing, I think just, kind of the edge of it, we lend more toward, I don't want to say darker themes, because that's not a thing that I'm not endorsing them. It's not that message. It's more a reactionary thing. I think, typically when I think of writing, I think of trying to kind of express frustration about what I see around. And it's kind of, it's a double-edged sword. There's so much stuff to write about. Oh my God, you could write about, racial injustice. You could write about civil injustice. You could write about, I've kind of gone down this weird kind of rabbit hole against, kind of what technology has made us and how that's of, expounded all these things. But at the same time, the worse things get, it's also, it kind of saps a little bit of your motivation, right? It's just it's exhausting. 2020 is an exhausting year. So to get through that and still have the energy to get out there and put something together, it's a lot. So there's a wealth of material, and if you can put yourself together and you can make something of it, and you can make something that makes people think, I'd say mission accomplished. Yeah, but it's I'm inspired too. I try to keep an optimistic head. It ain't easy, but yeah, for me, I think I tend to look at and our music, even, you know, I say but you know, the band's music really lends to kind of shining a spotlight on what's going wrong, and maybe hopefully making people think about it a little bit more. So yeah, that's kind of our take on things.
Tell me, each of you, who do you artistically and musically, who you listen to and who you love? And it could be a classic band, it could be, you know, a new hip hop artist. Who are you finding, who have you found inspiration from? Who do you love? Who inspires you? Who influences you?
Well, this will definitely have to be separate. Me and Chris. Recently, I'm totally obsessed with Courtney Marie Andrews, who's actually like more of a country singer, but her voice is unbelievable. And she has this song, it's from a release that's maybe like 2 or 3 years old, called May Your Kindness Remain. And it gives me goosebumps every time. I also have been listening to, well, it's older now, but Nico Case, Forever and Always. I'm having the woman who you don't really like, who I really like, am obsessed with right now, and I'm having a blank. Chris, who's inspiring you?
God, I don't know where I grab my inspiration from. I mean, it's been a bone of contention since the day we first met, and almost broke us up quite a few times. And that's my love and passion for Dave Matthews Band.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it'll always be there. And I mean, I will never get over Rage Against the Machine. I would love if that was what we were, but we will never be that. But then, like Sasha, I mean, I've been listening to newer stuff as well. There are these this band called Chon that I was recently hipped to. But we also take a lot of inspiration, I think, sometimes from other bands that we've met on the road.
Yeah.
Because they're writing incredible music that not as many people are hearing also. You know, there's this great band, and well, the guys that told me about Chon, is this band from Richmond, Virginia called Railgun. And there's just these 3 dudes that, like, they're just like this weird punk prog rock band. They're awesome.
Yeah. Nicole Atkins finally got it. Nicole Atkins just
okay.
I'm writing that down. This is a pen, and I'm writing down. What is Chris? One more time.
Railgun.
Boom! I'm on it. From
and
VA.
Richmond, because I think there's like another band, but they just released a new album. They're like super nerds that are into like anime and stuff too, which is like, yeah,
they're the
my
best.
people.
Yeah, they're really great.
What about you, Dan?
Well, okay. So, preface, I can speak for me. I mean, largely my band, you know, we lean toward the prog rock, you know, metal world. Bands like the Deer Hunter, Between the Buried and Me, Haken. Personally, and I think this is kind of a weird, you know, I maybe don't share all the same influences. I mean, my singer of singers, it was always Freddie Mercury. weirdly enough, I'm a huge fan of Seal. I don't know, like, so when you take those things and you
like
plug
honey.
them in to a bunch of super talented, very technical musicians, you get what we do. But I mean, I also you know, it's a guilty pleasure, but I don't mind you know, poppier stuff. I really like The Weeknd, you know, like, you know,
Yeah.
crooners and you know, kind of that, you know, modern take on R&B. Yeah, I guess I can go across the gambit. But even Chris, to your point, you said Dave Matthews, and I kind of silently nodded because it's one of those bands that you like, but you don't tell people that you like because
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to be a silent member of the army, but you don't want to necessarily put yourself out there because there's just a stigma to it. But there's great stuff all around. I love what you said a second ago though about hearing other bands out there, because I think it's one thing to hear the outside world's perspective on what's happening and where music is going, but hearing what that sounds like on the local level, and you know, what does that look like, you know, and what is the Boston sound, what is you know, that matters a lot to me. And it's something I've missed more than anything else in 2020, because I feel like, you know, and thankfully we're doing what we're doing tonight, but there's not a whole lot of opportunity to hear those voices, or not nearly as much as there should be.
Right.
So I always try to keep my ears open there too, because it's good to you know, kind of remember that perspective. That's where I am anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a question at the top of my, but it's gone. It's gone. That happens a lot to us now. I feel like I'm definitely not the only one who experiences this. My brain is turning to mush. I'm not exercising it like the muscle it used to be, you know, like my thinking is limited to you know, I'm not working, you know what I mean? So we're not challenged the same way. I spend a lot of time with dogs.
Yeah.
Love them.
I find that to your point about music that's on a local level, that's what I spend most of my time on. I mean, I do lately, to get out of the house, you know, if I have to write, you know, it's funny, if I have an errand day, I'm like, oh my God, I get to go out tomorrow. I get to go do something. So lately I've been just plugging stuff into my iPhone and cranking it up as I drive around. And guilty pleasure stuff, I have a lot of it. I have Kelly Clarkson on there. I have Katie Elliott
No
on
shame,
there.
no shame.
I have Carrie Underwood on there. And then I have a lot of other stuff. Today, what came up today? The Commodores came up today. Criss Cross came up today.
They'll make you want to jump.
Yeah.
Jump.
Yeah.
Jump.
And to some of the local, I mean, there's so many bands from here that are so worth our time. A couple that just right off the top of my head, Phil Canberra and the Space Cadets out of Lowell are amazing. Addie's son, who I love, who fronted Phenomenal Son for a long time, and now they're such a great songwriter, and now they're basically doing a solo thing. I think that's really what they're referring to it as. I know everything I play on the show, really.
Right? I mean,
and I'm late on this. I'm really late on it, but Still Gold put out a record, The New Normal.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love it. And it came out last year, but I absolutely love them. They are one of they're incredibly good in their hip hop, their rock. I mean, their live show is one of the best I've seen.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They had that song, I Can't Breathe. Like,
yeah.
2 albums ago. It was so, I listened to that probably at least once a month.
Yep.
Because I was just like, the first time I heard it, I was like, this is an amazing track.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
there's
good.
a lot of really, really amazingly talented people that comprise that band too.
Yeah.
You know, so I always feel like they're ours, but of course I want everybody else to have them. You know, I want them to reach fame, whatever that means to them. You know. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock. Thank you all for being part of this.
Yeah.
I love to do this. I love that I get to meet all sorts of people like each of you by doing this. It has brought me so many great new friends and friendships and relationships that are so invaluable to me. So thank you all for being part of this. Thank you for all of you who are watching this now. And if you watch it later on, and you can always reach out to me. BostonEmissions.com is all of my contact information. Please support Once. Please support the venues that we do have left.
Yes.
We are in a very dire situation where a lot of venues that we know and love may not make it across the country. So if you're able to, please go to saveourstages.com and write to your legislators and ask them how to help us. Please. Yeah, Thunder Road is closing.
R.I.P. Thunder Road.
Yeah, I was pretty much. I thought that there was talk that they were going to sell it anyway, so that news isn't completely shocking. But I was really hoping that that wasn't going to be the case. There are people for every venue, whether we go to it or not. There are people who love it and bands that love playing it.
Yeah.
And I would never take that away from someone. If that's your place and that's what you love, my place was TT the Bears for years, and it became Once after TT's went away. It became Once because it just sort of just felt good. It's a place that feels good. I hope and pray to the gods that we can resume some sort of. I know Once has the TT's PA. Isn't that wonderful? I actually have my TT shirt on. You can't see, but I don't know. I'm really hopeful. I'm scared. I mean, I'm not going to pretend that I'm not. I'm nervous that venues are across the country are going to have such a tough time. But yeah, I'm hopeful. And it's not for a lack of interest. We have a lot of people that want places to play, so hopefully that's going to carry us through. A place like Once, we need to go to their fund and give them money, buy their T-shirts. Great Scott has the potential, as I understand it, to move into a new location in Alston, which would be amazing. We may only have 3 venues left, but let's keep them going. Let's keep them the best we can. So thank you all. I really appreciate you doing this. I know it's not an easy thing to pull together, but I really appreciate it, and I'm really grateful. And it gives me, warm fuzzies to know that you guys were wanting to step in and help me out with this. And Lily loves you too.
Aw.
We love Lily.
Thank you, Anngelle. Thank you, Lily. Emotional support dogs.
Yes.
We all need them. I don't have one, and I'm frankly jealous.
Same.
You can borrow one of mine. I have 5.
Careful.
Well, thank you, everyone. Please be safe. Please keep in touch with me and let me know everything you've got going on. And I don't know, go find some new music and love it.
Yes.
Will do.
Awesome.
Hey.
Love you.
Peace.
Thanks,
Love you
folks.
guys.
Have a good night.
Peace. Good night, everyone. Thank you Once.
That's pretty professional, I have to say.